You may experience losing your job during this awakening process. So what's the reason for this? Well, one, we are greatly identified with our job, with our role, with our position, with our title. This is an identity for us that we usually identify ourselves as an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor or a teacher or a technician or an engineer, or enter your job title here. So this job creates a sense of identity that we are mixed up with this sense of identity that is no more than a false identity, that you are not your job. You are not your title. You are not your role. So if you're not that, then what are you? And by losing the job at this time, we start to feel like we've lost a little bit of ourself, who we thought we were. So on one hand, we're losing a little bit of our identity, who we think we are. On the other hand, most people's jobs are a big distraction in their life. They're so consumed with work that this job is a place to avoid yourself. This job is a place to always hide from yourself, that you're always running from yourself to your job. You're always keeping busy, 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 and you simply can't relax. You can't rest. You may have become a workaholic where you are so disconnected with yourself that you don't have this balance. So by losing your job, getting fired, or a business failing, you're in this place of, it feels like I've lost a part of myself. It feels like I've lost some sort of purpose, and I have this feeling like I'm very restless. I don't have this place to run to. I don't have something to keep me busy. I feel this sense of discomfort within myself. And the typical reaction to this is, I need to find a job. I need to get busy. I need to find something to do. And this is really fighting the process. This is really more resistance. That it's as if life has provided you this opportunity that looks like a crisis or a disaster, that you have just been fired, or a business has just gone bankrupt. You've just been let go. And you're in this kind of in-between stage where you've lost your job, something has come to an end, and something hasn't started. And you may be experiencing trying to look for work, trying to look for a job, and it feels like all of the doors in the universe are closed. And that's because there's only one door that's open, and it's a door that never closes, and that's the door within. It's removing the distraction of work. It's clearing everything off of your plate so that you are no longer distracted. You could say it's doing you a favor. There's nowhere to run, so you have to simply be with yourself. And you come to realize that you don't really know yourself. You come to realize that you've always been ignoring yourself, that you've been running from yourself, that there's so much here that you've been running from, so much here that you've been avoiding, so much here that you've been resisting. And with no place to go, you're stuck with yourself. You're stuck with what is. You are forced to simply be with what is. And by being with what is, you start relaxing and start resting and start experiencing everything that you were resisting and running from. And you come to realize yourself on a deeper level. You come to really know who you are. You come to know what you are. So what seems to be a disaster, a crisis, what seems to feel like this time in your life where you've lost everything, well, perhaps that's because you were super identified with your job and that's all you knew. That's what you thought you were. When it feels like you have nowhere to run to, feels like you can't just run off to work to keep yourself busy, well, then you start to rest. In fact, you're forced to rest. It's a way that everything is brought back to balance. It's this reset, coming back to the 0 point, which is you. So when the doors of the universe all seem to be closed and it feels like you can't find work, you can't find another job, there's no opportunities out there, it's because there's one opportunity within you. And that's the opportunity to know what you really are. Hopefully this helps. I'll see you in the next one.